We're gonna need a
ultra wide people, bro. This is huge. There's no way. What? This is like you can fit 4 of me in here. I need to fix this shit. What up, Ben? welcome to the stream.
Today is Josh complains about chairs.
We can't sit next to. Anyways, welcome to the stream. HR lady's gonna explain why you're not getting interviews, aka a resume review. So go ahead, send it in if you're interested. That's what I get for buying a discount, like a Von Racer chair. If you want to have it reviewed, by the way, that's the email to submit it to. There's no way I can get to everybody. If you donate, I'll do yours first. I think that's fair way. But otherwise, it's free. And then there you go. HR lady here, she's gonna explain why you're not getting interviews based off your resume. So go ahead, submit it. Social distancing.
We don't
absolutely social distancing confirmed following CDC guidelines.
Have we ever social distanced from each other?
No, we met like as soon as that started. No.
Luckily.
I mean, way before that.
We saw a social distancing date though at the park. That was funny. We were like,
what have been? It's going good. It's going good. I cracked my phone, so I'll probably go get another phone after this. Look at this. Look at, you can't see it.
Oh, no.
You see it? Look at that.
We're just talking about getting new phones, and he's like, "Look at mine," and then realized.
And it's in a case 24/7. It cracked in the case. I don't know what to do. I don't interview because my GPA. Nobody cares about your GPA. If you're not, that's not why you're not getting interviews, bro.
Interviews do not.
Your GPA doesn't mean that you can make the company more money or not.
HR
some
doesn't care.
Big boomer companies care about it, and depending on your degree, it might matter. But like.
They're gonna
for
care
programming
more
now.
about that depending on like the university. If you're talking about like boomers who would care about it, if you went to a really hard university and you have a low GPA, it doesn't matter. It's why it shouldn't matter at all.
MD just said I signed up for the entrepreneur course. Totally worth it. Thank you. Hey, dude,
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That is not paid sponsorship. I appreciate that, sir. If there's anything that you'd like me to add or want details on, go ahead and send it over.
Yeah.
And I will add it.
Brought me out of the basement.
For now.
For now.
What is this?
Well, we gotta move to a new basement.
All right, this is a decent one. We'll take a look at it. We'll explain it. You should follow the girl's chest routine.
You guys.
When's the toe reveal? Eduardo, you gotta send it over, but please just remove your phone numbers and things that so like you don't get doxxed. Like I do my best, but I might miss it, so it's better if you go ahead and run that filter first.
Yeah, so much easier if y'all just take that stuff off. But even is that?
It doesn't. It's just banned. Ta-da! All right. It's not bad. Some terrible company. I can't tell if this is meme, Neil, but I approve. I'll approve it, and we'll roast it.
Infamous. Even I get emails that a company is going with a different candidate, and I just apply and interview for fun now. So don't let it get you down. Let's interview an HR lady. Oh, fun. I don't know about that.
Here you go. So this is
hogging the mic.
Look, I know, but this table is awkward.
Yeah, and we put the other mic in storage. So.
That's actually right there.
Oh, I thought we did. Colitis.
You gotta make mic for HR. Yeah, it's like echoey and stuff. So we gotta share it, and she needs to just get closer instead of talking.
We'll
from
have a better setup
here.
one day.
All right, here you go.
There.
So we got the summary: a software developer looking for an opportunity to work with great team building, awesome projects. This is probably a meme, but just looking for an opportunity to grow my skill set. That's all I would say there. Skills here, this is fine. Julia, what is this? I've never heard of that. But
no.
I don't know.
My girlfriend? There. Are you kidding?
All right. Sequel. Got a demo here. That'd be cool if you have the code here, but you need a demo also here.
I would say there's a lot of white space on here. I'd move everything a little bit closer together.
Some terrible company.
Just play with your formatting.
Understand that. Crappy hardware support technician. I can understand that. Proactively responded to crappy hardware. I understand that. 99. Yeah, so got the metrics here. That's good.
I mean, I would probably.
Why is he not getting interviewed? Explain why.
Well, I think it's funny when you put words like shitty hardware in there, but you can't do that. Like, we're going to think it's funny, but they're not going to take you seriously. Then you're not going to end up with a job. Otherwise, I mean, maybe get a little more creative with this. Right now you have a serif font, and it's kind of hard to read. That's pretty much would be the only reason. Otherwise, looks pretty good. You don't need to like format your summary like a paragraph either. It's only one sentence, so I would take out that indentation. This stuff kind of matters, especially in the jobs y'all are applying to, because it's the details, right? And you guys are detail oriented when you write code, so pay attention to this stuff in your resume. It's just as important as on the job because that's what they're hiring.
I'm a Julia programmer.
Next Python.
What is the email? It's in the description down below. It's grindreal@gmail. It's the same email every time, right? Right there, specifically.
Someone said they think it's like Jira. I've literally
this is like
never heard of it
fucking
before.
Sesame Street music. I can't. Hold on. There we go. All right. Let's look at the other ones. Oh god, now there's like 400.
Maybe it is just a placeholder. I hope it's a placeholder. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Of course it is. Nobody's going to leave that on there. I thought about making meme resumes and sending them out.
That would be funny. I bet you'd actually get an interview, though.
Kosi, you gotta... I'll remove your phone number.
Good, though.
I can't. Nobody can see it yet because I gotta remove the phone number. Shout out to Georgia, Marietta. What up? That's where I'm from.
Small world.
Got the state, the zip. You don't need to put your zip code.
It's a language.
Julia's a great language. I just use what matters.
For math problems, ew. That's it. Say no more.
It's actually pretty decent. Graduation date,
Can
no
anyone
start
see
date.
this yet?
No, I'm making sure I'm not doxing homegirl.
This is good.
All right.
Wait, their whole email's up there.
Yeah. Okay.
At least take out their email.
See, this is why I asked them to take it off because I missed stuff.
Yeah. I mean.
All right. Now I'm gonna.
At your own risk.
Now they can see it.
Okay.
Here we go. It's probably small for you guys, but.
Yeah. But this looks good. It's one page. It's beautiful. It's easy to read. It's really well organized. I mean, your alignment could use some help, especially on the right side and your education. But otherwise, it looks really good. I like this.
Kennesaw State University. All right. Sounds good. Bachelor. That's good. No GPA. Doesn't matter. Seeking a role where I will use my science background, interpersonal skill. You just have one interpersonal skill. Excellent work ethic. That's expected. Excellent work ethic is expected at any corporate job. You can't say, like, I have work ethic like it's a bonus.
Put an actual skill there. Like your knowledge in something.
Honestly, just put mechanical engineer looking for opportunity to use my analytical and critical thinking skill set. That's it. That's all I put there.
No,
this is too much.
You can't say critical thinking either, because you should have critical thinking.
All right. To use my root cause analysis skill set.
That's better.
There you go. That's
way better.
It's mechanical engineering buzzwords, dude. Like hiring managers, hiring managers, especially in the corporate engineering world, they cream their pants when you say root cause analysis, dude. They're like, oh, root cause analysis in the resume. You're hired. That's how it is. So root cause analysis buzzwords for mechanical engineering graduates, civil engineering graduates, root cause analysis. You know, why do you want to work here? Root cause analysis. That's how you do it.
This stream sponsored by Haynes. Just kidding.
All right, we'll go back. Move courses to the bottom. So if you're a fresh graduate, I did this too on my mechanical. It's fine. Computer science, Java. You don't got to put your entire curriculum on here, bro. Just put like the ones that match the job you're applying to.
DGNT, definitely don't have a 2-page resume if you can at all help it. There's no reason for it. That experience making it a 2-page is probably irrelevant anyways. And we're not going to look at the second page in HR. We're just not. We have too many of them to go through. So most important stuff should be on there. Try to keep it to 1 page. You can play with your formatting, your font size, your font style, whatever you want to make it 1 page. But I would always recommend doing 1 page no matter how much experience you think you have.
My bad. I didn't mean to move the mic.
You just got real passionate for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Technical skills. Why are technical skills at the bottom? Great execution of data analysis in Microsoft Excel. That's expected in engineering positions. Programming languages, Python, Java. It really depends on your job. MATLAB, Simulink. That'll go far. Exceptional knowledge of computer-aided design. As a fresh graduate, they're going to challenge you on that. SolidWorks is good. Like you, understanding of machine learning algorithms.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's not super related to mechanical engineering.
I saw another problem. So clean up your formatting. Everything should be justified right over here with your dates. But they're all different sizes. Some of them look like they're bold and some of them aren't for your dates. But also your bullet points are all different sizes too. That stuff counts. It's the details. If we don't think you can catch details like that, how are you going to be able to catch details when you're like debugging something?
I do 5 pages. I always get work. I mean, good for you, dude.
I mean, that's
cool, 1 page is ideal.
That's 5 pages. I guarantee you they didn't read those last pages.
Creator. I think that's, if it's projects, they probably understand that you are a part of it.
5 is insane.
Let's see. Everything else is good.
People who don't.
Oh, here's a big one. Well, for mechanical engineering, it's kind of different culture. I usually say for like web development, take off intern, but for mechanical engineering, they're gonna understand that you are intern. It's just the good old boys culture of mechanical engineering versus programming. Very different. You could leave intern on there because there's not really part-time mechanical engineers unless you're self-employed as like a SolidWorks freelancer.
Someone said people who HR don't have a soul. Honestly, it is pretty soul-crushing. I will tell you that.
Firing people destroys pieces of your... Yeah.
That's why I'm not an HR lady anymore. I do consulting for HR. I can't. Oh, it's awful. No, still not true.
I'd put your skills up here at the top still. Like, skills always up at the top. But, again, it's kind of like good old boys boomer culture for mechanical engineering. So, like, all these people are, oh, you went to Kennesaw State, Georgia. You went to Kennesaw State? All right, you're going to be hired because you didn't go to UGA. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't go to that Southern Poly. You didn't go to that, Georgia Tech. You went to Kennesaw State. Okay, you're hired. Like, mechanical engineering is very good old boys. Not earned by, like, all the stuff I make fun of corporate exists in mechanical engineering. So you could keep your education at the top. I'd still put your skills at the top. Helmy, what's up, dude? Computer engineering versus CS. What should I choose as a master's? What's your bachelor's?
Neither.
Yeah, if you have a bachelor's, you don't need either. HR Lady have a channel?
Nope.
XXX HR violation on OnlyFans.
No.
Your football team sucks, not hired? You think that's a meme, dude, but mechanical engineering is like that. Alright, let's go. Let's look at another one. Failed 100 interviews. You got me with that title.
Did the dog fur
now we know why. All right.
No, our dogs grow their own.
Yup. Oh, prepared. Here, look, HR Lady should do this.
Honestly, the chat should tell us what's wrong with this. They
Cozy,
probably
I hope it helps,
know by now.
Is it better to put or not self-learned skill set? Your projects are self-learned. Self-taught. Did that dog fur come when you bought the The pop mic, yeah, it came with the organically sourced.
It comes with our dogs. We grow it ourselves.
You come off as very bitter. Oh, definitely jaded about the corporate world, dude. Just don't end up like me, all right? Like, if you want to work in corporate, this is how the reality of what it looks like. And if you don't, hey, I went my own way, but you do you, man. But I would still suggest getting a job to go your own way, so that way you don't end up selling me essential oils and young living bullshit.
I think that's
MLM.
one that's only in Utah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like what?
Okay, let me move. You got your phone number on there. Okay. All right, let me blur this out.
Y'all can submit your resume.
And you got a picture of yourself too, bro. So like that's bad. I mean, I mean,
some other countries require a picture, but if you guys are going, like, if you have to have a picture, put it, I guess. But try not to have like a Facebook. We can
see
selfie.
That you're like 12 years old, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't see it yet.
Have a professional photographer take your pictures.
You're young.
Go to where do you go? Target.
You're not actually 12.
Yeah. Have a professional photo. No Facebook selfies.
Okay, look.
Not be 12?
He's not, because he has a master's degree. Hold on.
But that's a like.
But
don't
like,
have
we can
a
see that
like
we can see that you're young, right? Like, you see how we
got
can
your
just assume
sunglasses hanging from your shirt. Like,
I miss anything?
No.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a great picture for your social media.
Failed 100. This was the title was failed 100 plus interviews right there.
Well, part of it's probably that your personal statement is way too long.
Let's read it.
No.
HR, read it in your most HR voice.
Absolutely
read
not.
Read the thing.
I'm a digital marketer.
Put on the Karen. Put on the Karen. Maximum Karen and read it.
I wouldn't even read it as
Maximum
an HR.
Karen.
We're looking at everything else. That means nothing.
Maximum Karen. Turn on, like, all the way. Go.
Josh, I don't have voices like you. I'm
right,
a digital marketer.
I'm a digital marketer who's more inclined towards social media, SEO, SMM, SEM, into managing brands and generating revenue at both an agency and client level. I believe following your passion is the key to success and satisfaction, and it's never too late to find your true passion. I use my creativity in social media professions to upscale social media handles and making it more enhancing on-page. Off-page SEO, I am a team player who initiates, motivates, and adapts quickly. I can give my best shot under pressure and meet deadlines. In my free time, I love to read blogs about new things in digital or exploring social media features. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think?
Blogs about new things. That could be anything.
I believe that following your passion is the key to success and satisfaction. I believe the market doesn't give a fuck about your passion.
Honestly, no one
unfortunately,
cares about this first paragraph.
Nobody will tell you that. That's the thing.
No one's going to read this.
The market cares about what the market cares about, and if your passion is not sellable to them or buyable from their perspective, they don't care.
Adapts quickly. This all sounds really great, like you spent a lot of time writing it. So
it's good
great,
though, right?
Nobody's gonna read
it's just
it.
Fluff.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter any more at all than your experience down here. Also, you have hobbies as an entire section, and all it is pictures. I'm glad to see hobbies that aren't just a list of weird things, but hobbies should never be on your resume. Leave your hobbies for your Tinder or your Bumble or whatever. Nobody cares. That's not going to get you the job at all. It doesn't need a whole section. Skills? You just rated yourself on all of these skills?
Look, all right. Time to jump in. Let's do it.
This is bad.
What does
tech savvy?
Is this
almost tech savvy?
Is this 60% SEO? Digital ads. You're almost perfect at digital ads, but you're like 60% out of social media.
You're even
tech
less
savvy.
Tech savvy.
The hell is tech savvy? What does that mean? Tech savvy, bro. What are you
and
like?
Your bar's not even all the way full.
You know
this is your career.
You know who is tech savvy and who isn't tech savvy? No. Your grandma. That's how you use tech savvy. Yeah, old people call young people tech savvy, and young people call old people not tech savvy. Yeah. Don't use that phrase.
Skills shouldn't be there, or at least not rated like that at all.
Also, why would you,
at the top,
bro? Why would you roast yourself in graphic design? Why would you say, bro? I basically suck at graphic design, but I'm gonna include it in case you need me to suck.
And let them decide that. You don't need to decide that. You might think you're not good, but they might see something you make and say, wow, this is amazing. This is the best graphic designer we've ever had.
This is weird. What does that mean?
It's not good.
Hobbies. Does this mean travel, or do you actually like model airplanes? Hobbies. Do you like headphones? Like, do you review like Linus Tech Tips, or does that mean you like music? Do you like riding bikes, or do you like camping? Do you like balls, or do you like soccer? What does it mean? What does it mean? We don't know.
But also, hobbies shouldn't be there, period. It has nothing to do with getting hired or getting an interview, or leave your hobbies for like stuff you need to use as filler in your actual interview. They'll ask you if they want to know, but honestly,
what kind of books do you like reading? Do you like books, or do you like? Are you religious? Is this a Bible? Is this a Torah? What is it? A Quran? What is it? Maybe it's a non-fictional book. We don't know. Like, it's just doesn't mean anything.
You're a coordinator.
Oh, you're a coordinator. Like, he's part of the he's like a founder. Like, he's a co-founder, like a coordinator.
Yeah, that needs to go. Take that out. It's coordinator. And also, what kind of coordinator? There's something coordinator usually. There's more than just that. If not, add it in there yourself. Make yourself sound really good with your title, as long as it says coordinator in there when they called to review.
Coordinator.
When they called to verify your employment, they'll see coordinator, and you can specify what type it is on your resume. It doesn't matter.
I've started my career with Party Vision 7. Nobody's gonna read this! Just put bullet points of what you did as a coordinator.
We didn't
What
read
did you
that.
do? Responsible for every part of event preparations.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What is every part?
It's gotta go.
What, did you meet and greet? Did you shake their hands? Like, did you wipe them when they're done in the bathroom? Like, what is included?
It means I like to read.
It means I like to read.
Jeez. They're pretty tough.
Okay. Digital marketing internship. You went from an internship to an executive. Something screams a little bit BS here. In 1 year, from 2019 to 2020, you went from internship to executive.
Yeah.
What?
Take internship off. They don't need to know. You could literally leave it as digital marketing associate, or just digital marketer.
I'm gonna call shenanigans.
Yeah, the second we see that, we're gonna think you're insane.
This is
take that off.
How did you go?
Leave executive. That sounds great, but going from internship to executive, well, you won't get an interview. We think you're lying. Not good. I mean,
a BA in economics, but you're digital marketing executives. I mean, that's the life of getting a BA in general. Is you get a BA and do something else. Oh, I can see how old you are. So I'm assuming in 2016 you were 18 years old, right?
You can just say the date you finished university.
In 2021.
Yeah. You don't need to put the date you started university. Just put the dates that you ended your degree, that you finished your degrees.
Yeah.
At least there's no high school.
Also, here's the picture that we were talking about up here in the top right. Like, we can see that you're a young dude. You got some sunglasses,
no
stylish.
social media pictures,
like,
you guys.
At least have a suit and tie or something,
yeah,
you know?
A professional photo. Stand in front of your white wall in your house with a suit or even just a nice shirt and have your mom take your picture. Something nice. Not out in nature with your stylish clothes and your sunglasses. No. Looking away into the distance. That's really good for Tinder. Really, really bad for resume.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
All right.
Fix all that. That's why you're not getting hired. Sorry. Good try. A for effort on this whole design layout thingy. It's just
good
wrong.
Try. But try again. Don't give up. Try again. Just
but
fix
it's wrong.
Fix the summary. It's got to be shorter. Rip to this guy. F to pay respects. We're sorry.
F for respects.
100 failed interviews. What else we got? HR lady, please help. This guy tagged you directly.
Please help.
They sent me a denial letter. I applied to a job I was very qualified for. Hold on.
Well, here's another thing for y'all to know too.
I gotta blur your stuff.
You may think you're perfectly qualified for the job. This has happened to me many of times. Lots of people. But there's always somebody else. There is always somebody else. They maybe got to their resume or their interview before they got to yours.
Oh, just a big one.
That had the same or better. Like, there's plenty of reasons. Just because you think you're the best fit doesn't mean there's not 10, 15, 100 other best fits out there. And they just simply got to them first. So don't take it too hard all the time. Just keep applying. There's always something else. You'll end up where you're supposed to be.
Okay, so for this one, you left your address on there, but
No.
and that's bad.
But
Please
also-
explain. Embrace the microphone. And
Do
sock.
not.
Embrace it. Look, dog hair included. Go. Here,
This is gonna kill me on here.
All right.
So I don't know,
Why
put this
don't
on
you
my
put
face.
your address on your resume? Explain.
Your address should never go on your resume because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you live, what part of town you live in, it shouldn't, but that's easily looked up. They may look at it and go, ooh, they live in this part of town, and that's really bad to some people, and they won't hire you thinking that maybe you're into the stuff like the bad part of town people are into. Or maybe they think you don't need this job, you're better than them because you live in like a massive house in a gated community or something like that. And people have their own biases. You don't want to set yourself up for failure, number one. Number two, you don't know who's getting this resume. They'll pass it from HR to the hiring manager, maybe to the team to look at to decide on. Now everybody has your phone number and they can stalk you. That doesn't sound good to me.
All right, here's another thing that I'd like to point out, but you can't see it yet, but like, do I miss anything here?
No,
Let me
I don't think so.
let me get this out here.
Well, you could leave his credentials because
Yeah.
that's a good thing to have on there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
If
but
you
I don't
have
want
a
docs to the
certification
man.
and you want to do Andrew last name, comma,
Yeah.
whatever. Like you're able to put that. That's good. Always list that up there after your name if you have them. You worked hard for those. You probably paid a lot of money for those too.
Okay. All right, let's jump in. I'm not doxing. Am I
No.
doxing?
I don't think so.
Okay. Please remove it. I don't want to dox you. If I do,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I'm
But
doing my best.
you submitted it that way.
Yeah.
So.
Please remove this stuff. Okay. Here we go.
First of all, they have their education at the bottom for this type of job.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Pretty dope.
Number two, I really like that you used every inch of space. That's what I do too. I play with my alignment so that I can fit as much as I can on my one page instead of making it 2 pages. So good on you for listening to us about that. However, it is in it's in a serif font right now, like probably Times New Roman. It's really hard to read. Everything runs together, so it's hard to get through.
Turn off that S a little bit.
Otherwise, that's just the way I talk.
No, only sometimes. Like the S that you guys hear, she doesn't sound like that off stream. She says regular S's, but for whenever we go live for a second, HR ladies S's turn into these sharp.
Attention to me more.
No, Rob does. Okay.
This is just how I talk. Get yourself a not sock. How about that?
Don't judge it, okay? All right, look.
Let's see.
Here's. So you have this section called professional summary. This is just your skill set, bro. It's just.
Yeah, just say skills.
This is skills.
A summary is like 1 to 2 sentence long thing about what you're trying to accomplish with
Excellent
your resume.
analytical,
So just change
problem
what
solving,
that says.
planning, and decision making skills. Who
You
gets
can
to?
take
You
that
don't get to
out.
decide that. Your company gets to decide that.
Take it out.
They get to.
You should already have those excellent
Yeah.
things. Yeah. You have computer skills in MS Office. Take that out. If you got this far in life and you can't use Word or Excel, like that's not good. So take that out. We already know. Everything
Computer
else in there
skills
looks pretty good, though. I'm glad you
include
have that.
advanced Microsoft Office.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. I mean, what you can
Exceptionally skilled at multitasking. This is expected.
Yeah, all that's
soft skills.
expected.
Soft skills are unprovable and expected,
Mm-hmm.
unless you were a project manager for 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, your setup's pretty good. I like what you bolded. I like what you have for your
That's
dates.
not everything. I hope I learned. Roger.
This is good. I would take out, so Arian's Code, Green Thumb, all of those are good. Just being a little bit bigger text. Don't underline them. That makes it hard to read too. It's all jumbled.
Okay. First of all,
It'll
you
print
need
weird.
bullet points here, bro. What is this? It looks like
It's a part of the same thing.
I know,
but yeah,
look,
I would
one
definitely
bullet point,
spread those out.
and then another bullet point, and another bullet point.
Yeah, make bullet points even if you
Just
think you don't need
put a
them.
dash for the jobs here,
Yep.
and then bullet points for what you did.
You don't even need a dash for the jobs. They're bold. That's fine. But put bullet points for the things you did at each one
Yeah,
of those.
but then you're gonna have 50 bullet points.
Well, then condense them.
Okay.
That's still better than all the dashes. The bold is fine. You can justify those over a little more
Okay,
if you
all right.
want.
That was good. That was solid. Thank you,
Yeah.
Andrew.
This
Also,
is still pretty good.
yeah,
Best
so
one
like
so far.
as you can see, like I'll blur it out a little bit more, but like up here, you could see that this was the address.
Not
Bad.
good.
Take it off.
Yeah.
People are gonna see where you live. They're gonna assume things about you, and they're jerks for doing it. But
Yeah.
you know, people are jerks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Like, The person that looks at your resume might be the biggest jerk in the world.
You don't know. You never know. Some of you say you hate your HR ladies, but some of you say that I'm nice.
Thank you for all the donations.
It all just depends. So you never know what
Infamous
kind of person
Cashmere.
is going to get your resume.
Yeah, Google, like, for fonts, just use, like, sans serif. So without the little curves at the end of the letters.
So use things like Arial or even Century Gothic, things like that are fine. If you use Times New Roman style fonts, it's really hard to read.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a Kindle, you can change the.
All right, let's look at another one. We got. Let's see what.
Easier.
Let's look at it. I heard companies get some sort of tax incentive to hire veterans and people with disabilities. Is that true?
That's not true. That's not true at all. We can't discriminate based on those things, but there is no such thing as getting tax benefits based on those. In the U.S., I will say that. I don't know about other countries. You don't even have to disclose those things, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, shout out to Georgia, by the way, again, I guess. Yeah, this is actually blurred. Thank you so much. Well, I have to pull up this. If you have any questions also, besides just resume stuff, just drop them in the chat. HR Lady is reading. Never use Comic Sans. That is one of the best fonts for resumes. I personally have submitted every single resume in Comic Sans. Six figures every time.
But if you want a real recommendation, mine is done in Century Gothic. My name is a little bit different than the rest of my text on my page. You can also use like Verdana. You can use Arial if you want. Those things are all so much better than anything else that looks like Times New Roman.
Why do they ask if you're a veteran or disabled?
Well, that's for government reporting, right? And it's if you want to disclose to us. If you do want to disclose to us those things, it's to help you, I guess, not be discriminated against. But otherwise, it's just government reporting. They want to know what percentage of people we're hiring, things like that, or what percentage of people like that are out in the workforce. But otherwise, it doesn't matter, which is why you don't have to disclose it. There's a little box under there. It says check yes, check no, or check do not want to disclose. You don't have to.
Wingdings are also good.
Yeah, let us guess. That'll work. That's a good idea.
It's a game. Make it a game. You have to decipher my resume. Okay. Advice for new graduates. I'm going to be graduating with a MPH in May. I'll start applying now. Yeah. Well, not now. Maybe like December. Apply before everyone else starts applying, because in May everyone graduates and they're like, oh, I gotta apply, and so then everything is going to be super saturated, even more so than it is.
Like, you can apply at any time, but just know that your lowest chance of getting hired is going to be during the holidays and the winter season in the US, right? So follow that kind of schedule.
Lotto's good.
People are out of town, everybody's taking vacation, there's not a lot of budget because you're in budget season when they've already spent all their budget on new hires, and they haven't had approvals for the next year's new hires. So this end of year, start of year time is really not ideal for getting a new job. Also, somebody asked about
we're gonna jump in.
Just one more thing. Use a font.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Use a font that is going to be universal, that everybody has installed on their computer. If it's something weird like that you've never heard of, like, it's going to come out really weird and mess with your entire resume formatting when we open it. Not good. Okay, next. All
right, next. Oh, someone said they reduced my salary from 15 LPA to 10. Should I leave or should I stay?
Yeah, leave.
Yeah, dude, bounce. What a crappy company. They should just, like, I don't know.
I have never
imagine just making up, dude. From now on, every single job is just gonna be like, we're gonna have to reduce your. So this is what they do. They recruit online for a certain amount of 6 figures, and then they hire you, and then they say, we're gonna have to drop your pay to 80K from 100K because of the virus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we're gonna have. So that's what they do. They get top, like, really, really good, high qualified people, and they tell them they're gonna pay them good, and then they say, oh, Corona. So we're going to have to pay you less. Sorry about that. We didn't plan this. We promise.
So yeah, some people are saying or use a PDF. I've had PDFs open weird if they're using a Mac versus a PC.
You got to get closer.
So PDF doesn't always work. And a lot of companies will ask for a doc instead of a PDF too, because they're going to mark it up somehow on their end. So always send a PDF and a doc. Don't use fonts that are not readable on everybody's computer. Just make your life as easy as possible. I know things feel like they should operate some way. That's fine, but they'll ask you for a doc too, and you never know what's going to open and what's not. I've had these problems, and we've end up having to ask them for the other. So send both.
PDF is what I do.
Yeah.
Docs are okay.
You should send a PDF for sure. I send both because we may end up asking you for the other. So keep that stuff in mind. I know you feel like it shouldn't work that way, but it does.
I've literally never had that happen. Yeah, I mean, it's because it's new, right? Companies are like, oh, we could just tell them that we're going to pay them $100K and then get them all excited so they quit their job, and then tell them, hey, we're going to have to pay you less money, which means we get to keep more money. Oh, you already quit your job, so you need our job now, right? Oh, that's unfortunate, but that's what we have to offer you. Companies are shady, bro. They like Bob and we. What?
I literally hate no one. I just think your resumes are trash sometimes. Okay, next.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
How would you present a group project in a resume? You don't have to say it was a group project. Say you did it. That's fine.
I mean,
we can't verify any of this stuff. We're not allowed to.
What? No, don't. Hold on. They can't verify group projects.
Yeah, we can only verify your job title and your dates of employment. That's it. In the U.S.
I'm monitoring the audio. That's why I have headphones. Okay, so you have skills SQL, HTML5. Where's the CSS here? You got any CSS? jQuery, Oracle, PeopleSoft, Workday, Excel. What about, like, Excel seems kind of an odd thing to put on there. I would just put Microsoft Office instead of Excel. Oh, you got CSS. Okay, that's weird to separate them like that, but you have CSS nothing but HTML5, so I fix that. CSS3. Skills at the top are good. Experienced HRIS analyst who provides support and maintenance for HIR. Well, that's a mouthful. Okay, this is fine, but I would say, and I just put summary. Just put summary. Maybe what you're looking for.
They should not be asking for your high school diploma if you're applying for any legit job, especially if you have a college degree. In the U.S., we can't ask for that.
Chat evaluates HR lady's resume. No, because then she'll get doxxed.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I mean, I think it'd be fun, but...
Which is why we don't say my name. My resume is literally... I put the template for it in Josh's resume package. So if you want to look at it, if you want help that way, you can go and get the resume package. What do we call it? Resume Pro.
This is fine, right? Graduation date, that's good. Certificates are good. This is good. And honestly, this is good too. I would just tighten up the skills section and then say what you're looking for, and that's just boom, simple, easy to read. I approve.
Before you mark that out as that HRIS analyst, awesome. So you're one of me. HRIS analyst, you should totally check out being a consultant, move into that direction. Since you specialized in HRIS, you're going to make like double your pay. So if you can spend maybe a couple more years doing this, 1 or 2, start applying to any consulting job for the HR space, and you'll end up with something, especially with that on your resume. Keep that stuff in mind. This is great. I never find people who do what I do.
Got a good question in the chat here. Let me explain. Josh, let's see. It says, Josh, what would you consider job hopping on a resume? And here's the truth. It depends how old you are. When you're young and new in the industry, you can job hop all day long. But when you get older, when it's been 10, 15 years, you can't job hop as much because you're getting older. Companies see that and they want to see someone kind of settling down. So you got to make those big salary gains early in the career. You can job hop for like the first 7 years. Like just job hop after a year, after a year, after a year, after 2 years, right? But once you get to like the age of 45-ish, you should be settling down and looking for that company that you plan on retiring with. So be very careful, because once you get to that age, those salary job hop increases are going to stop, and you're just going to be getting those raises.
Honestly,
so try to get that maximum money before.
Yeah, but if you want more money, get a new job. And now in these generations, it doesn't look bad to HR. Usually as long as you didn't leave before a year.
It depends on how old you are.
You're fine.
If you're 55 and you just have a history of job hopping, no one's going to hire you.
That's a generation thing. The new generations, it doesn't matter as much. And that's talked about in HR space all the time. So do it at your own risk, but if you want more money, get a new job. It's totally common now to see people who have left a job after a year within the last like 5, 6, 7 years. Like Josh said, if you're like 55 and you've done that every year for 30 years in the workforce, not good. But right now, if you have a few jobs and you're like 25, 30, you're fine. Totally fine.
Job hopping has nothing to do with your credit.
No, absolutely not.
Zero connection.
Can you put color?
What? Are they about to knock?
I don't know.
What's the car?
The dogs are gonna eat them. She just put up a thing.
Oh, she put something on our door?
Yeah.
What is she doing?
I don't know. She's running. Just a runner.
All right.
Color on your resume, totally fine if you do like your sections in a color, like education, skills, you want that a different color. Make sure it's all the same color. But otherwise, don't totally jazz up your resume with a bunch of color and make it really difficult to read and look at. It's not going to make it pop. It's just going to make it annoying. Should you put references available on request on your resume? No, that's expected. If they want references, they will ask for them, and you better have some to give. And we already know that, so take that off. It's irrelevant. It takes up needed space on your page. Yeah. Yeah, we love to spy on people walking by.
No, they came to our door. This lady just put something on our door.
To our front door and then ran away. It was hilarious.
I'm surprised my dogs didn't freak out.
Yeah, she wasn't even in uniform. She was just a runner.
She had a Superman tank top on.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's pretty decent, but it's... Hold on. Let me look at some other ones. That was the resume smackdown. Kevin, I'll get back to that one. HR lady, tear this apart. HR lady's always out of focus. Consider changing the setup.
Well, that's because the last few streams I haven't meant to be in focus. I'm just hanging out. Today I'm just kind of answering some questions before I have another call. So, otherwise. And usually this thing focuses on me randomly anyways when I'm just in the background. People without good references. Your friends can be your reference. Your mom can be your reference. Just change their last name and make sure that you let them know that this company is going to call you. You need a reference, and this is what you told them you were.
This is great.
Like, you can use professors if you need it to be related to a specific job and you don't have a job on your resume. But otherwise, they'll understand that if you're like a new grad and you don't have a lot of experience, no big deal. But you don't have to put like actual references. I'm a reference for my friends all the time. I've never had an employee.
Yeah, professional references can be your friends.
Yeah.
It
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Make sure they don't have the same last name as you. You can change that yourself. Doesn't even have to be real.
This is solid, dude. Michael, this is great. This is great, dude. You can't see it, but like, let's jump in. It's very simple. I like it. It is what it is. But this is content writing. It's fantastic. Proofreading, copywriting, editing, research, SEO. Customer service, team management. Team management, that's kind of a soft skill. It's kind of hard to prove, you know? Anyone can put that if they weren't on a team, or... It's hard, like, team management, were you good at it? Were you bad at it? Team management is kind of vague, kind of soft skill-y. It's hard to prove.
There's so much white space on here.
Okay. Well, formatting, it's odd.
That's fine. At least it's one page. We're good.
Produce scripts for remote video lessons. For remote, video lessons? A little bit of a...
Cool.
Grammar, am I wrong?
I mean, they have a degree in
don't you
English
put the percentage
writing, so I hope you've got no errors in
I would put the percentage sign after the number, right?
Yeah.
It's not currency. Currency, the dollar sign goes before.
Percentage goes after.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a degree in professional writing, please double check this. Have somebody else double check it for you if you need to. Because that's going to really not help you out if you have problems.
Led the development of the organization's virtual program. Okay, that's good.
Here's another thing, too. Your tenses are wrong. So, led and proofread, those are two different tenses.
That's proofread. It depends on how you say it. Proofread, proofread.
Yeah, that's true. Just double check for this stuff. I mean, find a different way to say that then so it doesn't
I would just eliminate proofread and just put revised.
Yeah, revised is good. Proofread sounds weird.
It sounds fine.
Or edited. Edited and revised. Perfect.
That's the same word twice.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Amplify the organization's presence by producing pamphlets.
Various clubs and I guess, yeah.
I don't know. Can you prove that? Can you prove how you amplified the presence?
Yeah, find a way to put some...
Otherwise, you just produce pamphlets.
Also, you have periods at the end of almost all of your bullet points except for that one.
True.
So that one needs a period.
That's fine, right? Like no GPA, that's
Yeah.
good. May, that's good, right? Didn't
can
put when he started.
Take native off of English and Spanish. If you're proficient, that's wonderful. That's really cool too that you have 2 languages you're proficient in. But native doesn't need to be on here because they're gonna make assumptions based on your nationality, and you don't want that.
Oh, true. Yeah, dude, that was big brain, right? Like if you put native in different languages, they're gonna assume that you're from another country or your family is, and then they're gonna be judgmental.
Yeah. And they shouldn't be, right?
Jerks.
But everybody has some kind of subconscious bias or issue, and they'll bring it out when they're not supposed to. And it might not be your HR that does. It could be your hiring manager that does, and we've already sent them to a how to interview people class, and they still don't listen and will judge you for it. So keep that stuff in mind when you're putting these on here. I have to jump on my call. I'm 2 minutes late. See y'all later.
All right, it's just me now.
This helped.
It's just me. You're stuck with me. I expect the chat to half. Thank you for being here. Before you head out, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. She has to go do work now. It took a while to get this set up. So now it's just me. Thank you for being here, HR lady. 1 moment. All right, we'll jump back into the other one. How to skip HR? You just call and say, I tried to apply online. Could I have the hiring manager's number for the department? I've done it. Yeah, dude. She's pretty big brain when it comes to hiring. All right. Time to roast. I'll be nice. Justin says, "Get it, boys." Oh, it's very bright. I went to Lambda. Okay. What's the difference between CV and a resume? The region where you come from. In Europe, it's a CV. Curriculum vitae. In the US, it's a resume. I had to blur out your stuff first, Justin. It's packed, that's for sure. Yeah, okay, you can't see it yet. Love you, Josh, your amazing channel. Hey, thanks, Gary, appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Things are livelier with HR. We can just bounce each other. Or, we do that, but, bounce ideas off each other. This is fine. All right, let me make sure I'm not going to dox. Almost going to dox. All right. Ideal length is 1 page. I haven't received a raise or promotion in 2 years. Yeah, I mean, you won't. You're going to have to move. You've been at a job for 2 years. Time to go anyways, if that was your first job out of college. So you got swiftly deployed systems. I mean, what does that mean? Define that. We make it quantifiable. Acted as a social media face, evaluated client needs, maintained. Do you have anything in here that you can add percentages or quantifiable data, like you increased loading times by 50% or something? EA games, that's dope. Skills down here, that's fine. Full stack software engineer focused, experienced in building products in a team setting and learning software. That's fine. It's a little long. I would pick one of those sentences. The main thing that I see a lot in the programming resumes is that there's no links. There's no links to see this. This is a cool idea. This is a cool idea, but I need to be able to get to it. Don't make me go to your GitHub and search around, and then don't make me read your GitHub README to try and figure out how to run this thing or find the Heroku link or the Netlify link. Include those here. Include the link to the hosted app and the link to the code right here, so I can just boop, click on it, click on it. Click on it. People are not going to go to your GitHub pages and hunt around. They're definitely not going to ever download any applications that have an exe file because that's just security risks for the people working at their company. You could be like hijacking their code, virus, malware, whatever. Okay. I would also, like, hold on, let me go back. I would also, so you have Lambda School here, April to March. Completed an intensive year. I would just say immersive or year-long immersive full stack web development and computer science program. That's what I would say for Lambda. It's a little bit shorter, more concise. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Passed my first interview at STG. Congrats, dude. Redacted resume. Top soft skills. Yeah, sure, let's look at it. Any other questions here? $5 to unlock my second page of the resume. EA Games. Should I put my education if I dropped out of college? Yes. Yes, it's okay to have some college on your resume. You don't have to put graduation date. Just put the dates that the last year that you were there is what I would put. I sent a redacted one? Kevin, that's what I'm looking at right now. Should I include awards received from previous companies? No, they don't mean anything to other companies. Congratulations, you are whatever, insert company award. What if the other company doesn't have it? I don't know. You're saying a lot about yourself that doesn't matter to other companies, you know? They might not value the same things. You should job hop. Yeah, just be careful. Just be careful because the older you get, the worse it looks because they don't want to hire and train older people that are just going to quit and retire in a few years. They want someone that's planning on staying there for a few years, which is kind of silly because that rarely happens anyways. Pilot's license is good. I gotta finish the test. All right, this is the redacted version. Well, hold on. Thank you so much for sending it in. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for being here, chat. Let me just say thank you for giving me a little bit of your afternoon today. If you're enjoying this or getting value, maybe hit thumbs up. I don't think it does anything for live streams, but that's what we're supposed to do as YouTubers, I guess. How to add remote dev experience in a CV. So at your job, you just put -remote. So typically you put your job and then the location, job-location. So put job-remote. Start a podcast, maybe. Check out my resume. Been itching for the feedback, Eduardo. I'll do my best to take a look. Having a summary is required. Just if it's short and simple, like it's not really required. It's just like a statement. It's standard. I wouldn't say required. I'd say standard. Two-column layout for the resume. I think it depends on the person making it. I don't like 2 columns. I like top to bottom, left to right. That's how I read, and other people, that's how everyone reads, right? So I think 2 columns can get a little bit disorganized because you gotta, which column is it? Was it the upper left column? Like, I don't know. I try to keep it simple, top to bottom, left to right. Okay. Software developer, full stack, formation UI, that's, you got the dates here. Side projects, view code on GitHub. Can we don't, like the code is great, but can we see it in action? Nobody's gonna look at your code and then download it and then compile it. It's not gonna happen. They want to see this working. So if you have an application that you can't host for some reason, or if it's a backend application, make a video of it and do timestamps and then link to an unlisted YouTube video of you using the application because they're not going to download it. It's just not safe for people that are at companies to download a random applicant's side project. Top soft skills. According to who? Communication is expected. Conflict resolution says that you have conflicts and then you resolve them. They don't want people that have conflicts. Teamwork, that's expected. Adaptability, expected. Conceptualization, I mean, I guess depends on the person to value that. Focus, that's expected. You're a software developer. They expect you to focus. The top soft skills, take this whole thing off. Also, summary of top skills. So you're saying you have more skills, but you're not going to tell us? You're going to make us guess? Don't do that. GPA 3.9, but you have an associate's degree. Now, you're probably going to get roasted for that. Me personally, I don't care if that degree is there or not. I just think that you're going to brag about a 4.0 on an associate's degree, and they're going to be like, it's an associate's degree. Now, people are jerks, but it's up to you if you want to keep that on there. Also, you were 18 years old in 2017, so I know exactly how old you are when you're applying to this job. I can discriminate. Bad. Bro. Roger that, Eduardo. How many projects should I place? 3. 3 projects. If you're transitioning into the tech space, should you state that in your summary? I'll tell you exactly what I said on my resume. I'm making a career transition from mechanical engineering into software, or I'm looking to make a career transition from mechanical engineering into software, specifically web development, as that is my passion. That's what I said. Should you state that on your resume? That's what I used for my summary. Great projects for fresh graduates. I mean, I don't know what you're interested in, but if it's web development, it's a CRUD application. Create, read, update, delete, log in, log out, use some OAuth authentication. I don't know. That's up to you. That's what they want to see. Have a backend, be able to push data to the backend, be able to edit the data on the backend, be able to, do all that stuff. Just that's what web dev is. CRUD applications. Put 3 of them on your resume. It doesn't matter what they do. Maybe make it mobile friendly. Maybe make a React Native app for mobile only. It's up to you. But 3. It's 10 p.m. Time to go to bed. All right, good night, dude. So I assume that you're working at a dev shop here if you're making different software? The rest is fine. You don't have a summary. And I don't know if this is your address or not. If this is your address, take it off. People can look up where you live and decide things based on where you live. You live in the good part of the town, bad part of town. Am I missing anything, chat? I think it's still good. Josh, how can you stand over among others who have the same skill set? You got to be able to communicate. It comes down to psychology and the ability to market yourself and communicate with the person interviewing you. That's really what it is. At that point, it's like finesse, which is really hard to describe. It's called specific knowledge. It's not something that can be trained. You have to just practice with people. It's not something that can just be explained to people on a mass level like math or something. Like finesse is something, it's a little bit Machiavellian. It's not always, that's how you stand out. That's how you can have the same skill set, but they might want someone who can communicate better, who sold themselves better, who made themselves look better than the other guy. If you say that you have JavaScript and I say that I have JavaScript, but I can also communicate with the higher ups and the customer service representatives along with the actual customers and be able to explain exactly what I'm doing and how long I've been doing it. Whereas you say, thank you so much for letting me come to this interview, right? Like that's the difference. You got to be able to communicate and sell yourself. Another scenario would be like, why do you want to work here? And then some person says, because I think that I'm a good match for your company. And they say, Josh, why do you want to work here? And I say, because I looked at your values, I looked at the product, and I sympathize with what your mission is. And I really want to be a part of this mission. I really want to be a part of this code base. I like your tech stack. I looked at the people who work here on LinkedIn. Yeah, I know it's a little creeper, but I researched, and that'll make them laugh. And I researched the people that work here, and I decided I really want to be a part of these great minds because I think great minds think alike. And, I never want to be the smartest person in the room. And I think working here would give me that opportunity to contribute to my own personal skills and my professional skills, along with your code base and your product. Like, that's finesse. That's the difference. That's how you communicate. That's how you sell yourself. Instead of just being like, thank you for allowing me to come in and have this conversation. Thank you so much. Like, you know? Edwin, what up? Does this help? Is this helpful? The how to finesse conversation? It's not something that you can just remember, right? It's not something that can just be memorized. You got to be able to take the context of speech, relate it to yourself, connect the dots, and talk. Think on your feet. It's hard. Josh makes it so easy to compliment with his mind. I can't do this. I talk like a humble robot. I used to do that too. I used to do that until I stopped caring so much about the outcome. Like that, you got to go in there like you already got the job and you're coming in to sign on the dotted line. That's the mentality of getting a job. You go in like you're coming in to fill out the paperwork. You already got it, right? It's not to be cocky, but just to be indifferent to the nervousness. Like, you go in there like you're already part of the team and they're just reiterating a few questions before you start. And then if you don't get the job, you didn't lose anything you already had. You didn't lose a job. You didn't lose coworkers. You didn't lose anything. You just lost a little bit of your time, but you learned a lot. You got another chance to talk. You got another chance to learn finesse. It's called emotional intelligence. I don't know. I feel like that's too vague. I'd say finesse. How do I improve my finesse? You gotta fail a lot. You gotta fail a lot and be indifferent to that. You gotta you gotta go into the interview and just really not care. You have to stop being so invested into jobs just by reading the application and just by seeing the salary. You gotta be indifferent to the outcome. Like, yes, you want it. Yes, you want to do good in the interview. Yes, you want to do your best ability, but you have to go in there and you have to be indifferent to if you get it or not. Because if you don't, you're going to be crushed and then you're going to be depressed, like a lot of people in this chat probably are, because they couldn't find a job, and then they're going to be like, I can't find a job, and that's going to reflect their ability to do more interviews and practice. You got to just be indifferent. You'll be like, all right, I didn't get it next. All right, I didn't get it next. 10 years experience required. I'm your man. You know, like, you got to be indifferent. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You got to be able to walk. You got to be able to say no. You got to stop positioning yourself like they're up here on a pedestal and you're down here just because they brought you in for an interview. They didn't even fucking pay you yet, dude. If anything, they probably made you do work and didn't pay you. So you're putting them up here because they gave you an opportunity to do unpaid work as a test? No, you got to put yourself here. You got to be eye to eye. Obviously, you got to be respectful, but you can't put the employer way up here when you go to the interview. You got to talk to them like you know what you're talking about. Like, you're not just anything you say yes. Like, people respect people that respect themselves, you know? Do you think this translates into other areas of life? Yes. Abundance mentality is what it's called. Okay. How honest should you be in interviews? No. That's how you answer that question. Be truthful, but don't be completely honest. Does that make sense? That's called moral gray areas. I would say break the rules, but not the law, right? All the people on the moral high ground are like, Josh, I can't bring myself to break the rules. The rules were made for a reason. Okay. Well, I'm gonna break the rules. It's okay to break the rules, and that is probably the most controversial thing that you'll hear me say. It's okay to break the rules. Don't break the law. Don't hurt other people, but break the rules. Break the social stigma rules. That's a big one. That's a super special one. Like do crazy things that other people aren't going to do because they've been taught to do it one way like everyone else. And if you're like everyone else, just go ahead and get to the back of the line, right? What makes you different? You go to college, you all get the same degree, they all tell you to apply to jobs the same way. How do you stand out if literally how everyone is taught is to do the same thing as everyone else? You got to break rules. You got to break social stigma rules. An example of that would be like if you're about to get rejected from a job and you say, hold on, wait, look, give me another chance. I do 50 push-ups right now. 50 push-ups right now, no breaks, give me another chance. And it's so ridiculous and it's so far out there in left field that people are like, what? I mean, what are you talking about? And you just like, you just break social stigma rules. In one word, confidence? No, not really. I mean, you have to have that, but there's more to it than that. Yeah, you don't want to lie about who you are, but you definitely want to enhance who you are. Right? Moral gray areas. Hearing your stories and reading chat, job hunting in the US seems a lot more cutthroat. Yeah, it's very cutthroat. 100% cutthroat. Profits. Surprise the employer. Boss will say, give me 2 more. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to work there at that point. It's okay. It's okay to try and change someone's mind. That's a big one. When I say, like, break the rules, it's okay to try and change someone's mind. If someone says, no, you're not a fit, you can say, well, hold on, what about this? It doesn't have to, the conversation doesn't have to stop when the employer stops the conversation. It doesn't have to. It might sound like it's said and done and there's nothing more. But just go to a car dealership and you're like, no, I don't really want that car. And watch them keep trying to push that conversation on you. And for some of us, we're like, yeah, bro, that's definitely pushing us further away. But it works on a majority of people. Like when a conversation ends by the employer, don't let it end. Keep talking to them. I mean, don't harass them, but you get what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like things like that. Things that you have to learn about, like finesse and breaking the rules. Am I being discriminated because of my name? I hope not. That would be really sucky. It might be happening, but I don't know. We haven't seen your qualifications. There's a lot of resumes in here. Ryan is here. What up, dude? I don't know if you're still in the chat. Oh, he blurred out everything. Thank you. Yeah, this is a pretty simple resume to fix, and I'll show you how to do it real quick. Josh, some people put their pictures on the resume. I know, because that's what they're told to do. It shouldn't matter what you look like on your resume. You should look professional when you go to the interview, but like, don't judge me before that, which they will if you put a picture. You should make a video on interview confidence. How do you label that video without it sounding boring as fuck? How to be confident in the interview. Nobody's gonna watch that. How to break the rules in the interview, maybe? I don't know. It's got to be something controversial to get clicks, which is unfortunate, but that's how people work. If you come up with a good name for it, I'd be happy to do that video. Stay safe, love the content. Bradley, thanks for being here. Have a good one, dude. I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna dox you real quick. Ryan. Okay. Is your username on blind? I'm not on blind. My company has a 2-month notice period, like to quit. You just quit, dude. Your company can say you have to give us 2 months notice, but it's not law, bro. Just do what you want. How to show your massive balls to HR? I don't know. I can ask HR. Won't they judge you in the interview anyways? Yeah, they will. But you have a personality. Like, if someone is just like totally ignorant and racist and judgmental and a piece of crap human being, then yeah, they're going to judge you in the interview just based on what you look like, and they won't even hear you. But like, there's no context with someone's resume. People can't explain job gaps. People can't explain the intricacies of what they maybe forgot to put on their resume when they just submit a resume. You got to go to the interview. That way you can have the context and you can like read their body language, and you can say, when you start explaining what you did at your last job, you're like, oh, I did this, this, and this, and I pushed this, and I was responsible for this. And then their face is a little bit, like they're confused. And then you can see that, and you can respond to that, and you can say, oh, that might have not made any sense. Let me rephrase that for you. Or did that make enough sense to you? Or am I explaining what I did to your satisfaction or something like that? Like, you get that in an in-person interview, or kind of on a phone interview, but more in-person or video call. Cues that you don't get, or you don't get the opportunity to have by just submitting. That's why you got to do whatever it takes to get to the interview. It's easy to just click trash on an email, where it's a little bit more difficult to say, stop talking, you're out, bye, leave. That rarely happens compared. Dean's List, I guess that's good. It's up to you, really. Minor in mathematics, anticipated graduation. This is fine. I think I'd put your technical skills up here, honestly. Like, you're trying to... Like, Ryan, let me ask you a question. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known by what you can do for somebody's company, by how good of an employee you are, by how hard of a worker, by how smart you are? Or do you want to be known by, hey, I went to this school and I did exactly what my teachers told me to do? Because that is what you're saying with the order of your resume. What do you want to be known for? Right now it says you want to be known because you went to a good school and you got a good GPA, and you studied exactly what you were told to do, and you did exactly what you were told to do for all 4 years, and you got a really, really good, but that doesn't mean that you can make a company money, right? I think you should put your skills at the top because you want to be known for your skills, not just by leaning on a school that you went to, because that doesn't mean that you can build somebody's product. Is this helpful? Am I ranting? I feel like I'm ranting. Should you put your GPA on your resume? I don't think your GPA doesn't mean that you can build somebody's product and make the company money. It doesn't mean it. Your degree doesn't mean that either. For mechanical engineering, they want GPA. I put it. For programming, no. It's kind of a meme. It only depends. Like, if it's a big company, they might care. If it's a smaller company, they usually don't care. Unless it's a boomer boss. What if you're lacking skills? You gotta learn more, I guess. GPA only matters for your first job. It depends. It depends on who's looking at your resume. If you're applying at a big boomer company with a bunch of boomer HR people that went to like some school and they attribute the value of somebody to the school that they went to, then they're going to value your GPA and they're going to value where you went to school and they're going to value your degree. If it's somebody who says, look, dude, I don't really care if you have a degree. I just want you to come in and start building this shit, and we'll train you and we'll get you up to speed. But I just need to know that you can learn how to do this and build it and make our company money so that we can pay you. You know, that's the difference between like kind of older people who value GPAs. They identify schools with people's integrity, which is, I think, is stupid. That's a personal opinion. I think it's stupid to identify someone's school with their ability to make you money because it doesn't correlate. For programming, especially GPAs and beam. Civil engineering, aerospace engineering, a lawyer, a doctor, right? That's different. Not for code, nah. If you had two identical entry-level candidates and one had a higher GPA, you'd probably put one over the other. That's not true at all. I would pick the candidate who had better communication skills, who was better to interview. I wouldn't, you can't have two identical people in the interview that communicate exactly the same way. That's just not going to happen. And you're not just going to say, oh, well, based on your resume here, you have a higher GPA, so we're going to take you. No. Employers they take people with lower GPAs that are just better people to work with, to interview with, you know. There is no such thing as like two identical candidates that communicate exactly the same and who are exactly qualified, and we're going to use your GPA to distinguish. Who interviewed better? Who seemed like the better overall person to hire? I think it would be silly to hire someone based on GPA because every school is different and every teacher grades differently. Some teachers, you know, what happens if you happen to get all the easy teachers and somehow you get all A's by getting all the easy teachers without knowing you got all the easy teachers, and then you end up with a 4.0 GPA where someone else who had no control over their college schedule ends up with all the bullshit hard teachers and they get a shitty GPA because they had shitty teachers. Does that mean that they're any less of an employee or a worker, or they're not smart enough because they had bullshit teachers? It's so subjective. Using GPA to measure somebody is like, as a worker, is bullshit. Thank you. Thank you for listening, chat. Is data science a gray area? It's a vague title. It's not a gray area. People have jobs doing it. Okay. What else? GPA is just so subjective and so has so many factors, you know. Depends on the school, depends on the teachers, depends on how those teachers teach, depends on how you learn. Are you a match for those teachers? How do they grade? It's not fair. It's not a fair factor to use. It means nothing when it comes to your ability to make another company money, which is why people hire employees. They want to make more money. Your GPA doesn't mean that. All right. 2.5 GPA for mechanical engineering is not good. Yeah, that's because it's just, I mean, yeah, it's not good. You're right. What do you do? I make fun of corporate for a living. Okay, look, I'm not proud. Okay. Okay, on this channel, we teach people the reality of corporate, and if they want to go their own way, this is the benefit, and if they don't, this is the reality of corporate, and here's how to play the game. It's all there is. Like, on this channel, I teach you how to play the game, make your own game, or just, I guess, just end up as I don't know. Okay. What else did I miss? Link to project, that's good. Link to project, that's good. We should get the code though. We need a code and a link to the project. Link to the research paper. That's not bad. Is there any way you could include metrics, like overhaul table filters, filter buffering? Like, you have any numbers we could use there? I know in programming it's not always easy. Created with React. That's not really a bullet point. That's not like something that you did there. That was just a tech stack that you used. And you have that in your skill set. Actually, you don't. You're missing React down there. Your experience appears to be in programming. Do you have experience to speak on other fields? For programming resumes, yeah, I've done it. For mechanical engineering and engineering resumes in general, yeah, I've done it. And then I've worked a whole bunch of just kind of other jobs. I've worked technical support. I've done IT support. I've done like the help desk jobs. I've worked retail. I've had tons of jobs. The corporate theme remains true through all of the jobs. Okay. Let's go back. We'll do one more. I think it was Eduardo. Breaking the email stigma with the... Ryan, we just did yours. I'm getting pretty good at web dev. I want to start freelancing, but I don't know how hosting works. That's a big one. You can create like free cPanels. There's some web hosts. It's like 000webhost.com gives you a free cPanel to play with. You can go play with it there and learn how that works. That'd be a good way to do it. But you gotta know how to do hosting, especially shared hosting if you want to have multiple clients, and make that passive income. I can't find Eduardo's. Look for roast my res. We might have done yours. Oh, this was the live events one, right? I looked at this off stream and it's too long. You have 3 pages. You have 3 pages of resume here and it's too long. Relevant skills, you have your skill and then you have bullet points of what you can do with that skill. Just put your skills. People that know what those skills are know what you can do with those skills. Look, I'll show, but you have your phone number and stuff at the top, so I won't scroll up to the top, but I'll show the chat this. So here's the first page, right? Above this is his name and stuff. Qualification summary, lead and direct, right? Education, why is that not at the bottom? Relevant skills, right? You put directing here, and then can transmit and communicate necessary instructions to the team. That is the definition of directing. If someone is hiring you for directing, they know what you should be able to do as a director. This is silly, you should take these off. Communication, able to interpret messages. Like, everybody knows what communication is. You don't have to define what your skills are if someone's hiring you for them. They already know. Software knowledge, mastery of Adobe softwares. I hope you can back that up. I would just put Adobe software. Familiar with any audio mixer signal. I hope that I don't know, I would just say audio mixing signals. Experience. Nobody is going to read this. This needs to be bullet points. Again, nobody's going to read this. This needs to be bullet points. Bullet points. Bullet points. You don't even have the dates that you worked here. You need to have bullet points. Again, same for all of these. And it's 3 pages long. And then this is the only one that you have dates on. So that's a big one. It's a big one, Mariana. Hello from Sweden. What up, dude? I got my last 2 jobs through calling in at jobs and talking to the CEOs. That's a great way to do it. If you call in, at bigger companies, it's hard to just call in. But at smaller companies, you can call in and you can ask to speak to the founder of the company, and you have a couple questions for him, and you really think that you could benefit his company because you saw his job posts. Definitely. At small companies, talk to the people at the higher ups. They're not off limits. CEOs and CTOs and VPs and all this, like, these are just titles that people gave themselves. They're not better people than you. Stop treating them like that. Like, call them up like you have something to offer them. Like, you're going to improve their life, and by improving their life, you're going to improve your life. I'm just following what the industry wants. Sometimes you have to do what Mr. Ford said. Okay? But what Mr. Henry Ford said. People don't know what they want until you show them what they want. And that's kind of, it sounds a little bit like you're an asshole when you say that, but that's kind of the reality of marketing, and this extends to your resume and marketing yourself. People don't know what they want, or they think they know what they want. They say, do this thing, and you say, no, that's not what you want. This is what you want. Here you go. And they're like, oh my God, this is what I want. Wow. It's human psychology. So when you say this is what the industry wants, they might not know. When is the next live stream? Are they weekly or something? I do them like every other day. So tomorrow I'll post a video, probably content that you didn't subscribe to video. I found some old pictures of me and my parents and my mom and stuff, and I might like look at them on video and we can talk about growing up. Them, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if that'd be interesting to people. Got a job using your template? Right on, dude. Congrats. Anti-work subreddit? No. I saw recruiting hell, though. That was good. Hello from Long Beach. What up, Darun? Someone who has limited funds and did engineering at ECE but wants to get to IT and faster relatively with masters with a loan, bootcamp or self-learn? Masters, bootcamp, or self-taught? Your master's degree is not going to get you a job. What they teach you at school and what the jobs do are usually very, very disconnected. So I wouldn't spend money getting a master's degree to move into IT. And the reason I say that is because, number one, the curriculum and what jobs do are very disconnected. And then number two, there is no guarantee of a job. I'm going to lean more towards a boot camp. You're banking on the fact that a company will say, you have a master's? Wow, that basically means you can automatically make our company more money. That's not what it means. People don't work that way. So, and there's no guarantee of a job. With a boot camp, if you go to a decent one, I'm not going to, like everyone, you're just going to say Lambda school. Go to one with a guarantee, right? Go to one with a guarantee. That way, if you go, the only thing you lose is your time. If you don't get a job, they give you your money back or you don't pay. And then if you're self-taught, you don't pay anything, but there's no job guarantee, right? And you just lose time. So try to be self-taught first, then go boot camp, and then master's degree. How'd you do your pilot exam? I didn't do it yet. I've been very busy fixing up my house. I'm trying to get into the real estate game. I'm going to be renting this house out to renters for tenants and do the whole investment meme that you see all over YouTube with Stephen Graham and Meet Kevin and stuff. I'm trying to do it. My boss says she wants something but doesn't really know what she wants and leaves us in the dark. It's the I don't know what I want, but not this. How can I can have, wait, what? How can I have my team cope with this? I think that you just need to confront her and say, we don't understand what you want. Please make the requirements more clear. I made it to do and react. I guess that's good. Congrats. Master's degrees and PhDs and education level increases on your resume matter in like the public education world. If you want to go be a public school teacher, right, the higher degree you get, the more degrees you get, the more you get paid. But in science, in the private field of engineering and programming and software and IT, that doesn't matter. They don't care about that. They just want you to be able to make their product. Should one use a template for a portfolio? Yeah, just use a template for a portfolio and spend the time on your actual projects. Making a portfolio from scratch is just like a subtle flex that they're not going to inspect your portfolio and look and be like, "Oh wow, he made this custom." They don't give you that much time. Can't believe there's so many people that stayed. Thanks for staying. I thought this stream was going to die as soon as HR lady left. Where you live? Got a new crib? Yeah, so like that's kind of like a secret that I just kind of been like holding on to. I don't know if I'm ready to tell the channel yet what the deal is, but like I'm definitely moving out of this house. Today, hold on chat, let me just take a minute to celebrate with you guys. Today, I am self-employed officially for 2 years. My business, Grinder Eel, is 2 years old today, officially. 2 years old, which means I got 2 years tax returns, which means I can get loans and I can go and invest and I can do things now. And it's been a long ride. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Many of you ask about the investment meme and real estate and all that, and I said I couldn't do it because my business isn't 2 years old. Well, today, it's 2 years old. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Thank you for supporting me. This business would have died if you weren't here. Thank you. It was a very It was a risky move, man. Risky move. I remember. I cried when I quit my job and I opened this business because I'm a bitch. I guess it's risky, dude. Like, it's risky. Anybody that's done it they know. Joshua Graham fluke. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I've never actually talked to Stefan. I've never talked to Meet Kevin. I'm in Meet Kevin's Discord, and I added him into his Discord, and I said, hey, dude, I want to like look at your real estate stuff, and like maybe we could do something. And ghosted. I got ghosted. So it is risky to take risks. Jonathan Lima gets it. That's one for the motivational videos. Hey, thanks, Yates. I appreciate that, dude. Josh is Chad, like no joke. Nah, not really. HR people are clueless. They don't know anything about what they require. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Graham left Josh on red. No, Meet Kevin left me on red. I haven't talked to Graham. Maybe you can get on his podcast. I don't know how to get in contact. Like, hey, Graham, I do YouTube. I mean, Python for web dev. Why yes, why no? It depends on what you want to use it for. It all converts down to JavaScript, 'cause that's what your browsers use. So why not just use JavaScript? Python is like more, it's utilitarian. You can do web dev with it, but like I would do machine learning or AI or other utilitarian things with Python, not web dev. Do you want to work for major tech companies? Nah. I do. Technically, I'm a contractor for Google right now, so I do work for Google. When I quit YouTube, I could say I'm an ex-Google contractor, technically. Make some real estate videos. I've been kind of documenting picking up my house. Like, when I say picking up, I mean like remodeling to rent it out and, you know, walk you guys through how much I'm charging, how I did it, all that stuff. I don't know if it's interesting. Meet Kevin seems like the kind of dude to ghost. Meet Kevin seems like the kind of dude who has 900 things going on at the same time, plus kids. So I'm gonna guess he didn't ghost me. He probably just legitimately didn't see it. What's contractor? A self-employed person that works with another company. I know a very nice company which pays more to master's candidates. It sounds like a garbage company if they value someone's ability based on where they went to school and what education level they have. That's cool, I guess, but that's not based on merit. That's not based on the truth of what someone can do. So that's kind of a silly way to do it. Okay. All right. Thank you for being here. I think that's it. I'm gonna bounce. You still code, dude? I code whenever I want to make something, but not for fun. It's never been for fun. It's always been to build something. So that's what code is, right? It's a tool, not an end goal. Yeah, Meet Kevin is busy doing 13 stimulus check updates per day. I just got here. Marshall, I'm sorry, dude. I hope does this stay up as a video? Yeah, it will. Thanks for being here. Oh, thanks, Edward. You didn't have to do that, man. Google Cloud. Yeah, put the statement. Okay, y'all go back to coding and doing other things. And thanks for being here. And if you're on the Alt tab, I appreciate you. If you're on your phone, I appreciate you. If you're on the second monitor, gang, appreciate you. TV in the living room or wherever you're at, appreciate you. And if you're at work, please just put me on speaker real quick. This is the best employee ever. They need a raise right now. You heard me? Thank you. And then to everyone else. Alexa, Google Riley Reid. Hey Google. Google Riley Reid. Play first results. Volume up. All right. Y'all have a good Thursday. I appreciate you. I'm going to head out. I'll see you tomorrow in a video. Again, thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.